Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Strictly Bball podcast. I guess maybe our first official podcast, and we have a very special guest today, StevoLuddy, with over 2 million followers on TikTok. Stevo, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, what's good? StevoLuddy. You may know me as the dude with a big shoe on TikTok. I do anything from like dancing to like answering questions to playing sports, any sports from basketball, golf, tennis, swimming, snowboarding, you name it. I have a physical disability, but I don't let that slow me down. And I use my platform to inspire others.
Yes, sir. Favorite sport is basketball, though, right?
Oh, yeah, by far.
There we go. I guess you mentioned it. You have a little bit of disability. Do you want to just talk about like how that diagnosis or like the journey that you've been on with that?
Yeah, so like every interview or podcast I've been on, like I try to keep it short and sweet because it would be a 3-hour conversation if I went into all the details. But basically, my bone disease is called Maffucci syndrome, and it's characterized by how my bones have grown at different shapes and sizes all throughout my body. The most noticeable things are my left leg is significantly shorter than my right. It's actually 9 inches. So I wear like this foam boot or this lift or this platform under my shoe. And then my left arm is a lot shorter than my right arm. But then of course, like my ribs are different shapes and sizes, like my fingers, my, like everything, my knees, my toes, every bone in my body is pretty much a little different. And I've kind of grown up with this. And one of the main questions, or the most striking thing when you see me, is the shoe. And one of the main questions is like, was it like hard to learn how to walk with that thing? But the immediate response is like, no, because as I grew up, the shoe also grew up with me. So it was never like a learning curve, you know, like I literally grew up with the shoe. And so, of course, learning to like play sports has been a little bit more challenging, but I've always found a way to like be as competitive as I can and just be the best athlete that I can.
For sure. Yeah, your story inspires so many, and congratulations, little late congratulations, but congrats on 2 million. Well deserved. Glad to see it.
Yeah.
So second question. If we're not mistaken, you've met Kobe Bryant, correct?
That's right.
What was it like meeting Kobe?
Oh man. So like Kobe, so this goes kind of along with my whole health story. So like Kobe gave me so much strength. I owe a lot, like my personality, like if you know me in person, like if you're my buddy, you know that I'm extremely competitive. Like I like to argue, like I have a lot of swagger. Like when I play sports, like I'll get up in someone's face, and like all this like goes back to like just watching Kobe religiously from like the age of 3. So like I literally fell in love with basketball at a very, very young age. Just watching Lakers Pistons back in 01. And like from then on, I knew that I wanted to be a pro basketball player. But of course, that didn't happen because I'm 5'1" with a bone disease. But he gave me so much strength when I was in the hospital going through surgeries, or when I had leukemia, just going, you know, I would shoot hoops from my bed. I was weak as crap. I don't know if can I curse on here?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
You're good, bro.
All right, yeah. I was weak as fuck. Like I was on heavy chemo. I was throwing up blood. But every time I blow my nose, I'd crumble up a tissue paper. And we had like a Nerf goal set up at the end of my bed.
Wow.
And we'd have a trash can under that, right? And of course, ESPN's on the TV 24/7. I actually memorized every single NBA basketball player's name, and I was only 6 years old.
Wow.
I literally memorized because I would just play NBA Live 05, like religiously. But yeah, so I'd shoot on this hoop as I'd watch Kobe highlights with all the strength I could. So then, like, after leukemia, I was given an 11% chance of surviving. Chemo wasn't working, and I ended up having to have a bone marrow transplant, which is a very complex procedure. It's a very risky one, too. And my brother was a perfect match for the procedure.
Wow.
And he saved my life. So then after leukemia, I was granted a Make-A-Wish due to, like, the severe nature of my leukemia. And so instead of, you know, picking Disney World like a normal 6-year-old, normal 7-year-old, I chose to go to the NBA AllStar Game. I remember telling my grandparents, like, I'm going to go to the NBA AllStar Game. They're like, what? Why don't you just go to Disney or something? I'm like, no, I want to go to the NBA AllStar Game. And it was mainly just to meet Kobe, right? and meeting him was absolutely like out of this world. Like it was an out of body experience that I will never forget. I remember everything that happened frame by frame. There's like an iconic picture of him holding me up like this.
Wow.
And I'll never forget the conversation we had. He literally just taught me how to shoot a jumper. He set me down after he was holding me, and he told me to go cross up Shaq. Shaq was like standing in front of a green screen, like taking pictures or whatever. And Shaq had a basketball, and he literally shoved the ball in my he like passed the ball to me really hard. And Connie's like, show me what you got, little guy. And like I did like a little hezzy under the leg behind the back. And his 7'1", 350 frame like fell to the ground. And everyone in the entire locker room was cracking up. Vince Carter, Allen Iverson, Al Ming, Tim Duncan, everyone was Kobe. Everyone was cracking up. So it was like one of those things that like it's surreal. Like I still can't believe it happened. And I was so young and I was still pretty sick. So like, I don't know, I wish I could go back and like thoroughly like enjoy it more, but like it was such a surreal experience.
So now, wow, that's actually just an incredible story. I did not know that complete story. I mean, I saw the picture with you and Kobe, but that's really crazy. And now you're trying to go back, right?
That's right. That's right.
The AllStar Game. When did that like idea come about?
So it's kind of like something that it's like an idea I've always had, like just to play in under the lights in an NBA game, right? Just like any other kid, right? And this dream I never thought it'd be a reality. And I don't consider myself a celebrity, but like having a large following on TikTok, right? And then so like the way I think about it, I'm 22-year-old, educated in college. Like I like to think for the NBA it makes sense. Like they will be able to put ESPN if they cover the story, if they talk about how a kid who uses Make-A-Wish after battling a bone disease, leukemia, thyroid cancer, graft-versus-host disease, all these things. He uses Make-A-Wish to go to the NBA All-Star Game to meet Kobe Bryant, and then you fast forward 13 years, he has a large social media following with the goal of inspiring people. And to put a TikToker, especially, I'm sure they want a TikToker, the most popular app in the world, to put a TikToker with this story in this like complete circle, put them in the Celebrity All-Star Game, I feel like it would work. But also it's like obviously a dream come true for me, but also another thing is like it'll inspire kids, who feel self-conscious about their body or feel that they can't achieve their dreams just because of the way they look.
Yeah, I think that would be I really hope that happens. I mean, Noel and I have been talking about how we were like super excited to go to AllStar Weekend this year if it was going to happen, but yeah, I'm just hoping that it does, because last year we went and it was like a super fun experience in Chicago.
Imagine y'all are there and I'm playing in it.
Exactly. That would be so awesome.
How nuts.
If you're playing in it, we would definitely have to get tickets, because we could not really afford tickets we went to the Rising Stars game. Yeah. That was the only thing.
Okay, cool.
But that was a fair price too. I would say it's like $100-ish. So yeah, it doesn't matter the atmosphere there. And we actually, I don't know if you know them or not, but Jester the Laser and LSK, two basketball YouTubers, they were previously 2K YouTubers, but now they kind of branched off to basketball, generally speaking. But they have a good following there, and Joe and I have been subscribed to them for a while. So like seeing them is just crazy. And that's
you got to meet them.
Cool. Yeah, we were waiting in the Rising Stars game, and they were right in front of us. So it was.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. So we've been friends for, I don't even know, I feel like at least a couple months on TikTok. So I feel like we've seen a good amount of growth in your account recently. What do you think is the reasoning for that?
So like on TikTok's such a complicated, the way the algorithm works, the way it changes so often. I don't really I kind of joke around on TikTok almost. I take it seriously, and I try to post as often as I can, obviously because people enjoy viewing my content. But for the most part, I post what I want to post and like what makes me happy. And you'll see on TikTok that people go viral over a couple months just because they're doing one specific type of video over and over, right? And it becomes a trend, and like every one of those videos like gets a lot of views. But if you go to my channel, like I do literally anything from like dancing with my girlfriend or like answering questions to playing sports to anything, right? And like random videos will go viral, and I think that that's extremely valuable, and like I really enjoy what's going on my channel right now because it's not just like one type of video is going viral. It's like people are actually enjoying like seeing different aspects of my life. And it's just like a very like, I don't know. It's very rewarding, I guess, because I'm posting what I want to post and what makes me happy. And yeah, so like recently with the whole NBA Celebrity AllStar Game thing, that went also viral on Instagram. So like, I don't know if y'all saw Sports Center.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy, dude.
And Overtime, and like World Star reached out to me, a couple other, and like, I don't know, a bunch of weird accounts. Like Dak Prescott was like reposting me, and like CD Lamb, and like other, like Swaggy P DM me. No, like nuts, like crazy stuff. Like, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's like what I was gonna say about you posting like different types of video and not different types of videos and not staying to like one category. I feel like that emphasizes your personality, which is what a lot of people like, because it's truly showing your personality, which is extremely inspiring and motivational for others, and that's what I feel like people enjoy. So that's what I like.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I just feel like a normal dude. Like my friend, like I was in a fraternity. Like my friends are just like, "What the heck is going on?" Because I'm just like a normal dude, and they're like, "Oh, have you changed?" I'm like, "No, dude. Like I'll sit back and have this beer with you. Like, just relax." Like,
anyone watching you, just to clarify, he is of legal age. He is 22 years old.
I'm 22 years old. Yeah. I don't look it. I have to say that all my lives. I'm like, I'm 22 years old. I promise.
I saw you made a video about that, like literally saying like I'm 22 because somebody was like freaking out.
Bro, it's nuts. I've posted probably 3 videos with alcohol in it on TikTok because that's like who I am. That's also another thing that I want to get into. Like, I don't like love alcohol like or anything, but it's part of my personality. Of course, I'm a 22-year-old, and like whatever, and like, but all those videos have gotten deleted.
Really? Oh, yeah, I saw that you posted about that. That's crazy.
And there's dudes whose whole platform on TikTok is about drinking. Like,
oh, I've seen with this one dude recently who literally just shotguns. He like does.
Yeah, dude, that guy.
Reviews.
Like what? Yeah. He literally just shotguns with the thing.
And then he like reviews it.
Yeah, just because he's like an attractive dude. Like, come on, bro.
Oh, I know that dude. I think that's that dude who like. Oh, I'm pretty sure he blew up.
He sits there with a Bud Light and he's like.
Yes, that dude.
Yeah. Like, come on.
It's just
Tony.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Fib. Like I don't know. It's just something that annoys me.
You think TikTok just like sits down and like looks at videos and is like, all right, this guy might be under 21. Like how
my profile set, like it has my birthday, and it has like I don't know, and like
man, it is weird, especially when you specified your age and. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. And other people, it's not like other people are doing it. You know what I mean? But it's just like they just take your stuff down. That doesn't make any sense. It's stupid.
Yeah, so like when I'm in my lives, I'm like, trust me, I'm 22. Like I do not condone underage drinking. Et cetera, just so they don't like ban me or whatever.
Yeah. Have you ever got like a warning of some sort, from a live, or no? Because
lives are weird. I've gotten like banned for 10 minutes. One time I was dancing. I was literally just vibing and dancing for like 5 minutes, and I got banned for like 2 counts of like dangerous activity.
Yeah.
Like what?
That's hilarious, dude.
I was like, what? Was I like hitting it too hard? Like, what's good? Like, what?
We got banned for 24 hours. Do you remember that? Like at the start, we got banned, and we got like a warning to start, and then we got banned for 24 hours, and we couldn't figure out like if it was like swearing or like, and then we were like tweaking so hard. We thought it was like something in the background of like. We had no idea, but
yeah, because we'd like film us like playing like 2K and then doing other things as well. But yeah, we
really
come to the conclusion of why we got like that strike or that 24-hour ban. It was super weird.
Yeah, no, I love y'all's page. Like whenever y'all come up with my FYP, I check, I watch the whole video, and I usually give it a like. It's pretty funny, like refreshing NBA content.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
I genuinely enjoy it.
Out of curiosity, when did you start following us?
What, like months ago, right? It was before y'all even did the podcast with Mario, I believe.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so like months ago. I might have followed y'all before you followed me. For sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so, dude.
Because you DM'd us in August when we were talking about doing it the first time. That was when we were in Arizona. So
yeah, so like I think I was already following y'all for like a couple weeks before that.
That's awesome. Well, greatly appreciate the support. That's awesome.
When did you start your account?
So, okay, so like literally right when quarantine started, so like I didn't have TikTok. I thought it was cringe, whatever, right? And like mid-March, I remember just sitting down with my friend at Biscuitville, and she was like, "You should start a TikTok." And I was like, "Cause like, so in high school, I gave inspirational speeches to like high schools, middle schools, churches, businesses, camps, and everything, and all the proceeds would go to charity. And then going into college, I wanted to be a communications major, attend my dream school. UNC is my dream school, and just have fun. Like I literally just wanted to have fun. Like I knew I wasn't gonna like work a 9 to 5. I wanted to inspire people in whatever way possible, whether that mean like give speeches or be a writer or do art, etc. So like I just want to have fun in college. Fast forward to when quarantine started, my friend was like, "Yeah, you should start TikTok, like, and start your career." And I was like, "Whatever." And then I literally downloaded TikTok, didn't watch a single video on TikTok. I just made my first post. And I remember freaking out. I got like 2,000 views or whatever. And then like a week later, I posted, or I made a video showing like how I get my shoes done, or how I get the lift added, and that had like 400,000 likes or whatever. Yeah, and I remember when that was blowing up, it was like I was golfing and I was drinking White Claws with my dad and like his buddies or whatever, right? And like I was on like the 14th hole and like it had 20,000 views or whatever. And I was like, holy shit, like that's like that fills up the whole Dean Dome. Like that's wild, 20,000 views.
I always
Right?
think
Like I was freaking out about 20,000 views.
yeah.
And like 30 minutes later, it was at like 70,000 views, and I was like, okay, what is going on?
Yeah.
And I had like I one of my first videos is thanking my followers for 3,000 followers.
Dang. That's
It
literally
was like 1 week after I started, and like I like to look back on that. I'm like, holy shit.
yeah, it is crazy. It's an unreal feeling. But kind of back to what you're saying about like starting with quarantine, I feel like a lot of times people like our age, we're college students, like Joe's 19, I'm 20, you're 22. The thing we associate with like TikTok is like younger generation, like dancing. It's like more so sort of cringe. So I feel like it kind of took a while. Maybe you experienced this as well, but like it took a while to like come around to the platform. But now it's my favorite. It's my favorite app for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't tell my friends I was on TikTok. Like they just found out.
I don't think we did either.
They started seeing the videos.
Because I feel like, I don't know, because like if you tell your friends like you're on TikTok and you're like starting your own, well, for us, like starting a sports account, like they're like, oh, okay, whatever, like what are you doing? But if you have a following to back it up, then they're like, okay, or whatever. That's like the key factor, right?
That's what we would say. Like when we started, we didn't tell anyone. I think I remember this now. We didn't tell anyone, and then we were like, all right, when we hit 10K, when we hit 10,000 followers, we're gonna like post on all of our stories and just like flex it, because we thought that was gonna be like months down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we hit 10K in one night. It was a similar experience to you. Like we started, or like we went from 1,000 to 10K in one night, and
was it one video that did it?
Yeah, it was one video. I was just playing basketball, and it was literally similar to you, where it was at like 20K. Or I posted it right before I started playing basketball. Got back in the car when I was done. It was at like 20K. I was like, okay, this is for real. Like originally we just posted like basketball highlights, and then one of the first talking video we did, it blew up, and like 20K when I got done playing basketball, and then like 30K when I got home, and that video ended up getting like 900K.
Now it's at like a million. Look back, it was grading every was it grading
number one overall pick. Yeah,
it was a part one, like a whole series on that, and that series just kind of, that's what like built us. Like
I saw that series. I saw part of that series.
Really?
That was like that was the first one, but we didn't really tell any of our friends, or like our close friends knew, but we didn't really like tell a lot of people until like probably like 100K. I feel like
we didn't. Yeah,
I didn't even tell anyone. Because if you tell them and like you fail or whatever, then it's like awkward. Yeah.
Because we have like, I don't know, like the motivation is there for us. Like we know like what we can maybe amount to, but someone else, and like, I don't know. I just didn't want to do it. And then people like, I don't know. It's just weird. I just didn't want to tell people initially. I don't know.
Right. Y'all two should just start like a podcast, like with y'all two just discussing basketball moves.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. The thing is, it's just with school, like we're both working part-time. We're both in school. So that kind of, and we're both we're like an hour away from each other. So that's a little more difficult, but doing like Zoom meetings, if we did a Zoom meeting, each get a mic and sort of do that at least once every week. That's something we've wanted to do. in the near future, but also like interviewing like other TikTokers or people who have some association with basketball.
Right.
So you have I think it's 2.1 now, 2.1 million followers.
Yeah, I think it's about to be 2.2, probably.
About to be 2.2. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. So when did you first realize, like, okay, like I can do this. Like, I'm gonna get, like, I have a lot of followers. Like, I can build this platform. Like, when did you first realize, like, this can be, like, something big could come out of this?
Dude, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. I kind of, like, always knew I had it in me. Like, I've always been like, I've always been, like, an artsy dude. So, like, and I've always loved, like, film and, like, production, like, editing and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, like, even, like, before I started, I thought I had a chance. I didn't know, like, 2 million, like, of course. Like, no chance. So, I don't know when the turning point kind of was. I remember being at the beach, and I think I gained, like, 200K in, like, a few days or a couple days.
That's crazy.
And it was, like, so Marco, I don't know if y'all saw this. Marco Terzo, he's like a big shoe artist on YouTube. He's got like 5 mil on YouTube.
I saw your custom shoe. Is that who made it?
That's who made it. Yeah, this dude named Marco. So I made like a video series. It was like a 3-part thing. Like the first one I was asking, my followers to like tag him in the comments, whatever. Cause like I couldn't DM him because he was too big. And I had like 50K or whatever at the time. And then the second video is him responding. And we got on a FaceTime call and all this stuff, right? And then the third one was like me revealing the shoes. And me revealing the shoes had like, I think it has like 29 million views and like 3.5 million likes or something crazy.
God, that's unreal.
That's nuts. It's nuts. And that happened when I was at the beach. And then like posted a few other videos that like, I think I had like 5 videos that week that had like 600, 700K likes. So like, and I was just me like walking around the beach, like playing in the water. I don't know, just random stuff that I did. Yeah. I don't know.
I think it's always those like type of things that like really do like super viral numbers. Is like the little series that like the followers like to get behind.
Yeah. Right.
For us, yeah. And for us, it wasn't probably as big as that, but we did like we did a virtual fans like. Emailing every team to become a virtual fan emailing a fan. And like the followers, when they like feel like they're a part of like a journey like that, they just love it. Or just like a series like that.
Yeah, they latch on. And then, yeah. And they're watching the full length of every video, so then it pops up on their FYP every time it comes up, and then they're commenting, and then
TikTok is fun. I mean, it's definitely a good place to start if you're trying to get going on social media.
It's the best platform to start.
Yeah.
Like hands down, it's easily the best. It's just so like user friendly for content creators. Like you can go from no followers to like 100K, even like 1 million in such a short span. Like you look at other platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, like it is extremely difficult to like grow a platform on there. Like you see a lot of like the sports pages, or I guess any category for that matter, that have a good following, and in most cases they've just been a part of it for so long, and that's why they have that following. But TikTok, like it's like everyone's like sort of a fresh user almost. Like it's only been like TikTok itself. I mean, there's Musical.ly, but like TikTok itself has only been around for like a couple, like 2 years. 2 years.
It's by far the most used right now as far as like time spent on the app. And it's ridiculous. And I know like there's a lot of political stuff going on with the app, but it persevered. And it's just wild how like monstrous the app is.
It's crazy.
Were you scared when all the TikTok getting banned stuff was going around?
No, the app was too big. There's too much. There's too many people on the app. It can't just go, like, I know Vine went down, and it went down pretty easily, but like believe it or not, TikTok's like 10 times bigger than Vine ever was.
Yeah, and it has the just international, like Vine was just mostly the US thing. And like TikTok it's not even like the biggest here. Like it's like the Chinese version of it has like probably double the amount of people that use it here. Probably actually even more. So
like half my followers are not in the US.
Are you serious? Really?
Dead serious.
Dang, ours is like 70%, I think.
Yeah, ours is somewhere around that.
I think it's like 40, 9% in the U.S.
That's really interesting.
It's nuts. Because, like, to me, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I mean, I feel like it's a good thing. I mean, you're getting that international reach.
But it doesn't make – so it says, like, 46% United States, and then it says 5% UK, 3% Brazil.
It must be really spread out that.
Like, I don't – like, how do all the other countries, like, add up to the other 54%?
Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, we know a kid, not that well, but there's this one kid who –
I know him.
He, like, is from the U.S., from Minnesota, and he never spoke English, but he somehow
Spanish, you mean?
he speaks English, never spoke Spanish, and somehow got to be like a famous Brazilian, like almost sway boy. Like he didn't speak Spanish at all, but somehow I don't know it that well, like his story, but TikTok is so weird and so international that he literally lives in Brazil now in like the Brazilian equivalent of the sway house.
Yeah. Logan, if you're watching this, shout out to you, dog. I sat with you at lunch.
Do they have like sway houses out in Brazil?
They have like some dudes with like 5 million on Instagram like living in a house.
I see. Regardless, I see so many houses on TikTok. I don't know if your For You page is showing them, but like it's like one's like the unexpected house, one's like
the unexpected.
Dude, everyone's making a damn house. Like,
bro, we gotta make a Strictly house.
A basketball house, yeah. But looking at our top territories, as TikTok says it, 72% of our following is from the United States. So yours is
49. Mine's 49. That's nuts.
Yeah, that's it's kind of shocking, to be honest.
To me, it's like maybe that means that like I have a lot of U.S. territory to potential to reach out to.
That's true. That's very true. So you mentioned to us, I don't know if it was already said on this podcast, but you're from North Carolina. So how much do you like living there?
Oh, I love it. I mean, I live in the Triad, which is like dream for basketball. We got UNC, Duke, NC State for college hoops. Like everyone has a basketball hoop, and they're in the driveway. Growing up, like I don't know, it's great. I live in like right in the middle of North Carolina. So you go east, you're at the beach. You go west, you're in the mountains. My brother goes to App State, which is in the mountains. My girlfriend goes to App State as well, which is in the mountains. So like, I don't know, like geographically, like it's awesome. Mm-hmm. I love where I grew up, right near Chapel Hill. Except like our professional teams aren't the greatest. The Panthers aren't the best, and the Hornets signed Gordon Hayward to a $120 million deal. So
yeah. So are you a Hornets fan or are you a Lakers fan?
No. I'm actually a Laker fan.
Laker fan. Okay, that's a good business decision.
I guess the Hornets are my second favorite, but
so you must have liked the LaMelo Ball signing, or maybe you didn't. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm actually in a dynasty NBA fantasy league, and on Sleeper. Are y'all familiar with Sleeper app? Do you do fantasy football?
Yeah, I do fantasy football, but just through that.
So there's a Sleeper app, and it's like completely devoted towards fantasy sports. Like I moved away from ESPN once I started Sleeper, because ESPN they're doing a lot of other things. They're not focusing on their fantasy algorithm and all this stuff. So we basically have a dynasty. Me and my boys back at home, and we have 4 rounds of where we pick basically rookies.
Yeah.
And so I had the 4th pick, and LaMelo slipped to the 4th pick, so I picked him up.
Who were the first 3? Was it Edwards, Wiseman, and
and let's see, who was it? I think it's my pick right now. I picked Precious as my second round pick.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
What they picked, Patrick.
So wait, Wiseman, Edwards, and then Obi.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, he put up good numbers right away just because he's older.
I mean, the Knicks have Obi. I mean, the Knicks have so many small forwards, so many young, talented forwards. So it's gonna be interesting to see his role.
Yeah.
Another question.
LaMelo, Killian Hayes, Denny.
I like Killian Hayes too.
My boy Cole Anthony.
Yeah, Cole Anthony. He's sick.
I don't know why Cole was picked up that early though, but
that's true. So on the topic of the NBA.
Yeah.
And you said you're a Lakers fan. Are they your front runners for the 2021 NBA championship?
Yeah. I mean, as long as you have LeBron on your team. Funny story though, I'm not a LeBron fan at all.
Really?
Not a fan. Don't really
I mean,
like him as a person either.
Maybe you've seen the videos where how Joe and I think LeBron's the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't, but I think he's one of the most dominant athletes to ever walk this planet.
Yeah.
One of the most beast physical specimens to ever walk this planet. Like, he could have played any sport he wanted.
I mean, you can't.
I don't know. I don't think he's the most. When I look at basketball, I look at like the skill and the gracefulness and like the art. And I don't know if he's the most. He's very skilled. Like his passing is ridiculous. But it also comes down to like, I know he's clutch too by the numbers, but when you watch a game and he's passing the ball with 10 seconds left, it's just like, you can't be the GOAT. You got to take the shot, bro.
I mean, he's done it. He's taken the shot many times.
He has.
Specifically, like this year, do you think he should have taken the shot to pass it to Danny Green?
Yeah, like that should never happen.
I feel like you've seen other instances too. With
Jordan,
Steve Kerr. Yeah, Jordan passing it to Steve
Kerr. Yeah, that one time. Yeah. And that was an iconic jumper.
I mean, he passed to Danny Green, who's, I mean, supposed to be a three-point shooter, but I mean, now there's just so much.
But all I'm saying is Ray Allen doesn't get enough credit for the ring that he bought LeBron.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't get enough credit.
Part of that game is that LeBron absolutely went out.
He went off in the fourth.
Insane. Yeah. The whole fourth quarter. I mean,
he missed the three at the end.
He made the three on the possession earlier, though.
Right, he did. But the game was over if Chris Bosh didn't tip that pass out to Ray Allen, who arguably could have traveled, hit a corner three. Look, I'm not a LeBron hater either. I like think he's an absolute animal. Like, that's what I'm saying. We're favorites to win it all next year. I'm not like
definitely. So who's your?
I look at the stats. I look at the.
He's a UNC guy. I mean, it's
got to
be, right? It has. I said who's
your?
Yeah,
it's Jordan. It's
Jordan. Okay. Who's your second? Kobe. You're a big Kobe.
No. Probably LeBron.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Check that. Yeah. I feel like
Kobe's probably like fourth. I don't know. I think Kobe's definitely top 5. I think he's the best. I think he's the greatest Laker ever over Magic.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe Magic said that. Yeah.
I mean, if Magic says that, I mean.
Magic said it. Magic didn't play long enough either, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right. You played what? 10 seasons? 8 seasons?
Maybe. I feel like 12. I feel like 12.
I knew it was an even number between 8 and 12.
Yeah. I think 12. Because he came back for like what, 1 season?
He did.
So, yeah.
But yeah, dude. I mean, so like I was a big Laker fan, and then another reason why I don't like LeBron that much is because like everyone at my school knew I was like the biggest Kobe fan, right? So like all the LeBron fans, like there was for some reason there was a rivalry back in like 2008 when Kobe was still cooking, right? Kobe's the best player in the league in 2008, 2009. And like the LeBron fans were like, like they were rivals in a way. I wish they played in the finals at some point.
I was just going to say.
I wish, man.
That's a matchup we definitely missed out on.
But I just love how like Kobe would block LeBron in like the AllStar game and shit.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And Kobe would hit those turnaround jumpers in LeBron's face. Like,
yeah, that was in his
because he could go into another level, like where he gets so competitive that he's not going to miss. Like he literally is going to get a bucket on you. Like he doesn't care.
It's like his last game. I mean, Kobe, you could tell in his last season, you're like, all right, this is done. He's definitely slowing down.
Right.
No one expected the 60-point last game. Like that was incredible.
And it was like Shaq was like
even if he took what 40, 50 shots, like
he shot a decent percentage. I think he shot like
it wasn't that bad.
It's above 40 at least. I was gonna say it's around 50%.
I think it was like yeah. But it wasn't like, dude, like I don't know. It was insane. Like putting up 60 points, period. Even if you're in a gym wide open for an hour, like it's still ridiculous.
I will never forget that night of NBA basketball. 73-9.
Oh my gosh.
And Kobe.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Crazy.
Luckily, I was watching. I mean, I feel like most people would be watching Kobe at least in the fourth quarter. But yeah,
I watched the whole game.
The whole game. That's
the whole game. I cried afterward.
But yeah, back to the Lakers. Definitely the title favorites. I feel like this is like the best like team, the best like supporting cast that LeBron has had like in his career. Like maybe not stars, but even you could say Anthony Davis might be the best player LeBron's ever played with. and the supporting cast is looking a lot better than last year. So,
I mean, you're adding the 2 best bench players in the league, and I feel
Anthony
like
Davis is a top 4 player in the
I'd say,
NBA.
4 or 5 for sure. I actually think he might
Top 3.
he might win MVP.
that's I think it's either going to be. I made a video on this.
Why?
But you think Kawhi?
No, I think Anthony Davis is better than Kawhi.
Oh, I do too. Yeah. Honestly, that's coming from a Kawhi fan. Honestly, seeing Anthony Davis in the playoffs, I think he is. I think he's better right now than Kawhi Leonard is.
Yeah.
But who would you say is your prediction for MVP?
MVP next year?
It's kind of a tough one.
That's tough, dude. Dude, it's kind of open. Low key.
I would say Giannis if he hadn't won it the past 2 years.
Gotta be honest at some point,
But the thing is, there's only with Giannis, if he three-peated, I did a video on this. There's only 3 players in NBA history to have a three-peat for MVPs. It's Larry Bird, Wilt Chamberlain, and Bill Russell.
It could be Giannis.
It could be Giannis. He would be joining some elite company, but if I had to pick, I'm going with Luka Doncic. I'm going with Luka. Also, I think Anthony Davis is a very solid pick as well.
LeBron might be coasting through the first few months. Anthony Davis.
Can Anthony Davis win most valuable player on a team award with LeBron there?
That is a good
more
point.
Valuable than LeBron, the GOAT.
That's very true.
I just feel like at the end of the year,
LeBron could win it every year.
He could. He could. If his whole career there was no playoffs, because LeBron is definitely strategic about being able to coast a little bit through the regular season if he can, and then just go off in the playoffs. But if there was no playoffs, LeBron probably would have 6 or 7 MVPs that he deserves, or maybe even more.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, bro, back in the mid 2000s, Steve Nash was winning MVP at 15 and 10.
The thing is, if you look,
Nash literally won MVP over Kobe when Kobe averaged 35 and Steve Nash averaged 15 and 10.
I mean, it's statistics don't tell the full story.
He was MVP. He's the most valuable player.
Yeah. I mean, if you compare Nash's season to LeBron and Kobe's when he won MVP, you would be seen as idiotic if you picked them. Yeah. That's just statistics aren't everything, and Nash winning.
No, I agree.
Is a prime example of why statistics aren't everything.
I agree with that.
Voting's just inconsistent.
It is.
Because Derrick Rose was a great story, great young player, but he might not have even deserved his MVP either. I feel like he kind of.
That's tough. Yeah.
And it's
he had a lot of hype behind him.
Yeah, it's hard to say because everyone loves D Rose, but did he really deserve MVP? I don't know. Maybe. For sure.
It's great to see when he. Oh my God! How long ago was that when he popped off for was it 45, 50 points? And he was crying.
Don't get us started.
Don't get us started. We should have.
That was so that was such a good feeling in sports, bro.
We were so close to going to that game because what the Timberwolves do is they do this thing called college night, and basically we didn't even get tickets through this, but we'd buy tickets to the college night game, and then they would do a bunch of other things for college students, it's called Pack Pick, and then you could submit a photo for a college night winner. If you won, you got $50 to the team store, tickets to an upcoming Wolves game, which for when I won and another one of my friends won, it was to the Raptors when they had Kawhi. So sick game, and also a chance to win $1,000 to your team to the bookstore of the school you go to. So we were always in the back of our mind going to college night games, and it was a college night game. And for whatever reason, we decided not to go
because it was on Halloween
night. It was on Halloween night.
And we must have been doing something else, and I will never forget.
Halloween night.
It was Halloween night. And we were literally
last year or 2 years ago.
This is 2017.
Okay. So 3 years ago. Wow. Okay.
And there was nobody there. It was 7,000 people there.
Wait, was Kawhi on the Raptors? I think he was. No.
Oh no, he wasn't. Must have been the next year that Kawhi was on the Raptors.
Oh, we won the college night the year after, and then went to that game. This was a whole nother.
This was 2017.
2017.
There was nobody there to watch D Rose's 50-point game, which is crazy.
So mad.
I'll always regret that.
That's the biggest. That's the only regret I have. That I can think of. It's just that.
I used to go to.
Oh man, that would have been crazy.
I used to go to Bobcats games growing up and stay at the away like team hotel.
Okay.
And I would wake up at like 5 a.m. to like catch the Lakers like go to the bus. So I've met Kobe probably 7, 8 times.
Wow, that's awesome.
Like him just walking out to the bus.
Bobcats. That's I had
Bobcats,
I had to
baby.
laugh a little bit, dude. The Bobcats. I mean, we laughed. We laughed.
I was there when they went to the playoffs, bro.
I mean,
They went. What year was that?
they were led
God,
by Daryl
2013,
Morey,
2014.
I think that's who they were led by.
They had like who did they even have? Like Gerald Henderson, like
Michael Kidd.
oh, they had DJ. Did they have DJ? No. They were playing the Magic.
Did they have Michael Kidd Gilchrist
I think it was before in
before?
UK. Dude, they had God, who's their best player? They were playing against when Dwight Howard was on the Magic.
Dang.
Yeah, but that was so fun because like we suck.
Yeah.
Always like MJ is the worst owner. Don't tell myself that.
He's the GOAT owner, the GOAT player, but like a terrible owner. So
Great businessman as well.
yeah, for sure. So we'll kind of wrap up this interview. What would you say is your favorite memory of this whole journey you've experienced, like in the past? I guess whole journey and this like past year with TikTok, because I mean quarantine, it's been less than a year, so past year and just everything.
Best memory from it, I guess, is just like I've found that I've grown as a person and like I've gotten to understand that the world is a smaller place than I ever knew. Like my bone disease, only 200 people have ever been diagnosed with it worldwide ever.
Wow. Crazy.
And I actually found there's this girl who has the same exact bone disease as me.
Oh
on TikTok.
Did you duet her on TikTok?
Yeah, I recently duetted her. So like she does the exact same thing as me. And like it's just crazy because like I never ever would have thought I would have met anyone, you know, with the exact same thing as me. I think it's just wild. The power of social media.
That is a really special thing. A lot of like old people hate on social media, but like that is such a cool connection that you would never get if you didn't have like that kind of platform. Like that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing is like, I don't know if y'all saw the video. There's this Malaysian kid who glues together sandals. He has a lift like me, but it's like 4 inches. Okay. And he made a video just kind of like talking about like, you know, his lift and like how he's not confident, like going to school and like how people bully him. And I duetted it saying like, hey man, like keep your head up. Like it looks cool. And so he made another video saying, oh my God, like please everyone tag Stevo and like ask him where he gets his lift, because what he does is he glues together a bunch of sandals.
That's crazy.
Like he makes sandals and he glues them together. I have like a professional guy who like makes these things, right? It's like foam, it's lightweight, it's like 2.5, 3 pounds. So my girlfriend was actually like, you should actually like help him out and like I'll buy some shoes and like you buy the lift and ship it out to him. It'll be really cool. So like that's what we're doing right now. I actually just brought my guy some shoes and we're gonna ship it out to the kid in Malaysia.
Wow, that's
like
awesome.
I would never would have been able to do that without TikTok. Now this kid's gonna have a shoe that you can wear without, you know, having to glue together sandals. And they're nice Nikes. We customize them.
It's awesome.
You know?
That's really cool, man. So would you say like your dream out of this would just be to like kind of just grow as big as you can and just inspire as many people? Like what would you say your like long-term goal would be?
Yeah, so like my mantra, even when I gave speeches, and I'm gonna give speeches in the future, I really enjoy doing that, but social media is the quickest and like the most profound way to share your story and like share it with millions of people, literally. But like I always said before these speeches, like if I can inspire one person, if one person can come up to me and be like, hey man, like you changed the way I thought about today, like I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna, you know, change this or that, this aspect of my life. I'm gonna change the way I think about this. That right there is worth me sharing my story. Like it's free for me to share my story, you know, like I've lived this experience and like it's been tough, yeah, but like I'm so used to it that like I always say that everyone fights their own battles and like everyone grows up in their own life and like everyone's battles are kind of the same or everyone's battles are different in the same way. Like everything is it's all subjective. Like our pain is all subjective.
Yeah.
So like I always say I just want to inspire one person. So like with TikTok, it's gotten to the point where like I'm so blessed to have the platform to inspire people just by being myself. And I'm just having fun with it. So like going forward, I'm just going to keep having fun and try to expand to YouTube. So like, obviously I can, another important part is getting paid on these platforms so I can reinvest it in what I do. And like, I can help communities, like physically help communities or like, I don't know. I got big plans going forward, but I don't know. I'm excited. It's something I've always wanted to do. It's like, if you ask my parents, I've been talking about inspiring people since I was like 6 years old. That's not usually what a 6-year-old talks about.
Yeah.
So like,
well, you're definitely doing a good job of that. Yeah, I'll say that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and just props to you on the philosophy. Like that's of just like helping at least one person that will make it worth it for you. That's
Absolutely,
an awesome philosophy and outlook, and props to you. Like that's awesome. That's sick.
Thank you, dogs.
Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up, but thank you so much for talking with us today. It's been a really, really good conversation.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I love y'all's channel. Everyone go check them out if you're listening on Apple Music or Spotify. They're homies. I've been following forever. Genuinely like their content. But yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Appreciate it. See you guys.